For those of you that are interested, I want to apologize in advance for any technical difficulties we might have because we got a $500 microphone supported by a $300 boom and stand, and it's held together with rubber bands. All right,
From Home Depot.
just for the
Office
hell of
Depot,
it,
not Home Depot, Office Depot.
just to let you know in case something happens.
Hey, we're in a top deck group over here. So, hey, welcome to the September series. Now, we have a problem because I think we lost the August taping. Because
We lost the August taping. I know we made it. I know we made it.
I know, and we don't know where it is. So, welcome to September.
Yeah, well, we'll do August next
So
year.
tell us, I've been doing a lot of research, Ed, on the club and my dad and the business and all that stuff. And then you, of course, have looked up 40 years ago, which would be September 1978.
Yeah, it's really ridiculous, Paul. Every time I do this, I'm going, you got to be kidding. You got to be kidding. The white was Stone Creek Gray Riesling for $2.25. The red was Renato Rotti Barolo.
No way.
Renato Rotti Barolo, right
Wow.
there, $5.79.
A fifth.
A fifth. Okay, and I'm sitting there going,
Try and touch that today.
well, actually, to be quite honest with you, they're not that expensive. You'd spend $60 to $70 for it, but still, I mean, first of all, how many people drank Barolo in 1978? Probably the same people that drank Rioja, Marcator Riscal Reserva that he featured in '72.
So you're talking about the rarity and the idea that these wines have progressed, right? So I had Michael Broadbent's son in here.
Yeah,
Bartholomew,
Bart.
you know him.
Yeah, I know.
And he was looking at this rack of old selections going back to my father's.
Oh, and this is the wine.
And he
picked
found
up.
this Codescal 77. He goes, "Do you have any idea what this is?" I go, "It's a wine my dad featured. There's our sticker."
Yeah.
He says, was touted as the best wine ever to leave Argentina ever. And this bottle right here is a $2,000 bottle of wine. Can you imagine that? And
Don't you have to go to the bathroom?
So he asked me to. So he took a picture with me holding it. Then he wanted me to take a picture of the back label, who brought it in here. He sent all this to the winery in Argentina because he was so fascinated with the idea that this bottle was sitting.
And they are now flying him out to Argentina with that bottle to enjoy it with the winemaker's son, since the winemaker passed away 10 years ago.
Well, we were. My mom sent me an article in the New York Times about a tasting at Lafite recently, where they tasted like these groups of wines. So the 20th century, all the way back to the 19th century, they tasted some wines from 1800s, as well as the 62, as well as the 45, the 88, all those wines. And they tasted them in the very room that I tasted at Lafite.
Oh, wow.
Things, yeah.
Well, concurrent to that, while I was looking up the wines from
Concurrent
40
to
years
that.
ago.
That can't be right. Is it concurrent to that?
It is concurrent to that. But it's not concurrent to this.
Oh.
Your dad had a Lazenby Devant tasting plan. 1975 California Cabernet and 1975 Bordeaux. Now, what were the Bordeaux? Lafite,
Wow.
Mouton,
Really?
Haut-Brion. And there wasn't a price on it, but I'm sure they were all like $12.
Actually, I'm glad you said that because this Saturday's tasting at the Wine of the Month Club here at 12 to 5 here in Monrovia, California, we are, oh wait a minute, by the time you get this video, we won't even know. Well, we are tasting, we taste some of the wines in the selections, but then Oscar's specialty flight, which is an additional charge, are same vintage, same grape, Europe versus America.
Oh, wow.
Isn't that fun?
That sounds cool.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, well, that's the preamble here to the things. Enjoy your next video. Hey, welcome to the Vintners series for September, 2018 September. Yeah, wow, we're just finished producing the Christmas catalog, which is a little bit different than the last few years. And we've just chose the 6 bottle and the 4 bottle and the 2 bottle gift pack things. They're pretty fun. They're really fun stuff. A lot of wine accessories out in the market right now. It's kind of interesting. So we were talking a little bit about the fact that I've had competitors, people that I've compete against, send me samples.
Competitors, yeah.
They send me samples. They want me to buy some of their wines. And in fact, I've had suppliers send me wines that they know were in the other clubs. I'm like, I'm not going to do those wines in the other clubs. My wines are better than theirs.
Yeah.
And that's
They're
obvious
better.
by my Trustpilot ratings that we get constantly 5-star reviews. Whenever I get anything less than 5 stars, it's always because of the shipping. It's FedEx or GSO.
So
Never because of the wine.
you don't put a contract out on them anymore?
No.
Oh, okay. Good. I'm glad to hear
You remember that one year FedEx raised the rates. I mean, UPS. Remember, it was UPS only for all those years.
Right.
They raised the rates, so I put a note in the box that said, "There they go again, raising the rates. I'm sorry, folks. It's now $3.75 or something." And UPS like henchmen came in my office and said, "You stop putting that in the box."
Oh, you're kidding.
No.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And you said just speak right into the camera. Could you speak up a little bit because the mic isn't.
Now it's like it doesn't matter because but the henchmen they still collude the prices, so it doesn't really matter.
No.
All right, this is this Merlot cab from the south. I think it's from the south, right?
South of France, yeah.
They're really doing a great job with Bordeaux varietals.
Unbelievable. Well, they're doing a great job with everything.
love it.
Okay, it's not just the Bordeaux varietals. It's a lot. It's mostly the Rhone varietals. They got a lot of Syrah, Mourvedre, Grenache, things like that. Cinsault.
But it's now the 50-50, and it's from Périgord, and this is.
Well, this is
Chateau
Périgord.
Moulin,
That's right. This isn't the south of France. This is actually.
near the Rhone, isn't it?
It's near the. Well, yeah. Sometimes they'll call themselves part of Bordeaux, and technically, they're not.
That's right.
But the fact is, they're basically in the center of
That's
Bordeaux. I mean, they're right there in Bordeaux, but it's not Bordeaux.
The 2017 great fruit structure, not a lot of oak, but boy, a nice barbecue wine, really. The nose is killing me. I love it.
Yeah, no, it's really, really nice. It's got some nice, firm tannins, not over the top, beautifully balanced. It's $20 on the shelf, $12.99 on a reorder, and I'm at a 96 on that.
I'll go 97. This is reminding me of a new world Bordeaux. We get a lot of Bordeaux in here, and they aren't as good as this actually. So this is $18.99 on the shelf. You get more for $12.99.
Delicious wine, really, really. I mean, I'd like to taste this wine in about 5 or 6 years.
Yeah, right.
Absolutely. I think it's got some firm tannins. It's got some shy fruit. It's in the nose. One thing about tasting wine, if you can smell the fruit in the glass, it's there. But if you can't taste it, it just needs some age to come around. Okay. I'm ready.
It's hang on too for a while. Just tasting it.
The tasting, yeah, hangs on for a while too.
Hey, our friends, the Human Condition. I mean, we did the Merlot, the Mendocino Merlot. This is their 2012 Paso Cab, which 2012, another old vintage that we found.
Yeah, I know, but look at this.
The nose.
Wait a minute. Though. See here, there's a big difference here. Okay, yeah, this is 2012, 6 years old now because we're getting ready for the next harvest. If you'd have kept this wine in your living room since it was released, it's not going to be the same wine as we're tasting. This came out of the cellar.
Wow.
Okay, so what kind of a difference is that?
Okay, this is a joke. This is a 98. Compared to other $19.99 cabs that you can buy for $12.99, this is a 98.
This is unbelievable. Yeah. I mean,
it's complex as hell.
Yeah, well...
How's that for wine terminology? It's complex as hell.
Okay, well, it's probably more complex than I thought it was at this point. But this is a phenomenal bottle of wine, and... Wow, the nose. I mean, there's so much going on in that nose. There's a little coconut, there's marzipan, there's blueberries, there's chocolate.
And your palate is confirming exactly what the nose is. I get those same character. I get a spice component. I get the blueberries. I get rose.
Then what do I need you for?
I get your marzipan in here for sure.
Man alive, if you'd have told me this is a right bank Bordeaux,
right.
I don't know that I would have disagreed with you.
Because
it's got some earthiness to it, I mean,
it's actually just got more in it.
It's just not fleshy, ripe fruit. It's got some. That's really amazing. God, I'm shocked at. And this is all Cabernet, or is there Merlot in here too? Do you know?
No, it's 100% Cab.
Oh my goodness.
And then I get a little bit at the end, a little camphor, like it's Napa. But it's too verbose. There's too much fruit for Napa.
No, it isn't. I mean, it's perfectly anointed with
excited
everything
about
it needs
this.
to be.
I'm really excited about this wine.
How does he do it, boys and girls? I don't understand. How does he do it?
I forget sometimes what I bought. I know I bought them because I like them and they're good, but I forget,
I forget what I write about.
I haven't tasted them for such a long time. I tasted this yesterday with the staff. One of the staff favorites. It's
the Heritage Chardonnay. This came from the Provence.
Languedoc
Oh,
Chardonnay.
My. Beautiful nose.
Is that amazing? that's floral, but it's grapefruit, but it's
not
apples,
wood.
but it's lime.
It is like the purest form of Chardonnay.
And the color too. I was showing them. I said, "What do you guys call that?" And they go, I said, "It's a little chartreuse." They're like, "Oh yeah."
It's almost got a green. It's got a greenish tinge to it. And
Did I stutter? The nose is just green.
the nose is
apples
just really amazing. I mean,
it's almost candy.
yeah, but again, we're at that. It's got that lime component, you know, and there's definitely citrus in there.
So
Wow, this is
Not
really
for-
spectacular wine.
not for the Chardonnay lovers that love all that oak and wood stuff. This is absolutely the polar opposite, but really great expression of the fruit. It's just-
$17.99, $11.99 reorder. I'm at a 98
Who's this
on this.
from?
I think this wine's out of this world.
Oh, it's from Claire.
Yeah, it's from Claire, right, from the Languedoc.
Wow.
It's so clean and crisp,
Mm-hmm.
and you know, this is another wine that I would love to come back to in 5 years.
Wow.
You know, that is truly amazing. That is truly an amazing wine.
C'est bien. C'est très très bien.
You got some good wines here, man.
How about that?
God.
Now this is another fun one. Now this would fool you into thinking it's an Italian, one of the indigenous Italian white varietals.
Well, considering the
not.
fact that it's Arinto, you can fool me no matter what, because this may be my first Arinto.
But it's Portuguese, and it's also in there's Arinto in that Vino Verde we featured in
Right.
the classic series.
Yeah, except that Vino Verde is way north in Portugal, and this is down near Lisbon. You know, 2/3 of a country in between.
I'm just fascinated by these kinds of wines.
Delicious.
You can't describe them as
Anything.
anything in North America.
No.
All right, so here's an interesting thing. I got an email back from a customer today. We sent out the email yesterday on the bicyclette Merlot, and south of France Merlot, blah blah. And a guy wrote back because I had written in the first paragraph I wrote, America America really doesn't have indigenous wine grapes. So he quoted that, sent it back saying, "Oh really? How about Concord and these other
He's
wines?"
right.
I said, "You're right."
Concord.
I said, but I meant really meaning categorically not
You're
exempt
talking
from that,
vinifera.
but vinifera.
Yeah,
right?
you're talking vinifera. Yeah.
Not Lambrusco. So
Yeah.
the Latin classification Vitis vinifera are the wine grapes we enjoy all the time. And I almost featured a Concord grape out of a Concord wine out of Kentucky, but they don't have enough.
40 years ago, I was a judge at the Home Winemakers Fair in the Valley, and it was kind of fun. And some of these wines were absolutely incredible, But this guy made a cherry wine, dry cherry wine. It was a dead ringer for Pinot Noir.
Really?
Oh, I mean dead ringer. I mean, it's Pinot Noir. I mean, it was pretty damn impressive.
That's pretty funny.
And then my friend that was a neighbor of mine that had a little vineyard in Napa, and he lived in Torrance, and he would bring his grapes down and crush them and make Cabernet. He'd win everything he went into, But
Well, that's interesting, Ed. So here we go. $17.99
Look
on the
who's
shelf
talking.
for the Prova Régia Arinto. You get more for $11.99, and I think this is a 98.
And, well, I'm giving it 100 points because it's the best Arinto I ever tasted.
But that's fascinating to me. At all the years and all the wines you've tasted, that sometimes we stumble across a grape that's bottled we've never had before. Happens
Paul,
all the time.
I've come across more grapes I never heard of writing the newsletter than I did in my previous life.
I've been seeing them too. In fact, when you put wines in my computer when I'm tasting them, and if I start spelling that word, it'll pop up the other ones that are like that. And the other day I had 3 wines in the shop that a grape that I'd never tasted before.
Well, the one for me was the Hungarian grape, the red one that was blended with Cabernet.
Negliasco.
Oh my God! I served that to so many people, people in the wine business, people in the new wine. They went nuts. They went crazy.
It'll come to me
I can't wait.
at my Romanian class.
Thank you.
Hey, cheers.